past, we kind of walked around
Perimeter?
I beg your pardon?
Perimeter?
Yeah, we've done a perimeter walk, so we're going to start kind of along the Roslyn side, but then we can go over to any area that anyone has concerns about.
Okay.
So I guess we can start walking over to that corner. I think that's also suggested.
It would, absolutely. No complaints. It's dry. Just gotta readjust, you know? Right, yeah.
I think it's November 14th. Is that today? Right?
I think it is, yeah.
It's November 14th. We're up at the hospital. The third and last meeting. Pretty good little crowd here.
Yeah, kind of. Did you make the last one?
I did. I got the other two on video too, so we can hear all the junk.
Yeah.
I'm gonna post them all this week. I'll have everything posted.
Is it the same showing of this amount of people last time? Or is it?
There was about like 30 last time.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So just to orient everyone.
Put salt on gimmick now.
On gimmick now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Water,
Really?
water, yeah. And we were talking last time with the tech guy.
Right. Yeah, so last week we focused on a little bit of architecture, but also mainly civil engineering. I know there's lots of concerns with stormwater runoff, and then also just infiltration, and then kind of the result of what happens down in the Glendale Park neighborhood. We're happy to address some of those questions. Obviously, the experts aren't here today, but one thing we can talk about is just the reduction of impervious surface. Currently, kind of have like a worst case scenario where the entire site is almost 100% paved or hard surface. And so what our plan looks to do is just greatly reduce the amount of asphalt and hard surfaces on the site, which will allow any type of rainwater, any type of stormwater to be absorbed into the ground, as opposed to just sheeting surface flow running down. The site, you know, totally goes right there and experiences a lot of problems, which are being greatly resolved as a result of the reduction of impervious surface, as well as introduction of 6 large kind of below-grade stormwater recharge chambers. What they do is they collect the water from the surface, hold it, and then lets it slowly infiltrate into the soil below. So you just don't have that velocity and that volume entering into the system at one time. Yes.
Seems to be the steepest slope on the front.
Absolutely.
Okay, so there's no, you can't put any like a dry system down there?
I mean, we haven't, I can definitely bring it up with our civil engineers. The kind of our conceptual take on what is currently happening with these conditions is that you have this large, call it 12-ish acre parcel up top here, where a lot of the water, the high point of the site is over here, so a lot of water ends up going down here. So our plan is to take all of this water and retain it on site. And so what would end up down in the Glendale Park area would only be what's hitting Glendale Park directly, the kind of the slope area below.
Catch as much of the water before it hits the slope as possible.
How close is the going to be to the abutment? How close?
So yeah, we can talk about what our current plan shows. We can talk about what we're going to be looking to work through and have them kind of discussing with you folks and some of your peers is really kind of looking at site setbacks, which you can kind of see here outlined in 25-foot increments. And so what we're looking to do as a result of some of the conversations is really listen to where your concerns are with these more the vertical height of the buildings themselves, and try to pull them away from the edges as much as possible. So as you can see, these are the 3-story on the Roslyn side, looking into the back sides of the townhomes, they're actually only two stories because of the way the grade works, where the back half of the buildings are actually buried, they're below grade. And they vary, but they're 43 to 62 feet away from the property line currently.
landscape buffer that'll offer screening to your house to the parcel and screening from our residents.
Yeah, so I mean, what we've kind of was discussed at the planning board meeting was kind of these three different type of planting strategies. There's the street trees, there's the trees within the site, and then there's the perimeter trees. And so for the perimeter trees, we're looking for an evergreen type of tree. So you don't have you don't lose the leaves in the winter, and you kind of have that continuous buffer between the different properties.
Actual property line would be further in, if you will.
I'd have to check the survey, but I think it's pretty close.
Pretty close?
Yeah.
Okay. So, these current, okay, what's that, this point here?
In worst case, it's 43, and then it goes up to 62.
The gray dash line is 50.
Great, okay. So, if I look, I think this building right here,
Yeah.
okay, which kind of mirrors, this is the end of the, this is the, what, townhouse 17?
Yeah.
Right there. So, that really is down there, is that correct?
Yep. It's closer to the Euclid gate
Closer.
than we are.
Okay.
That's
So,
the garage.
it's really, that's the garage, right there. Okay. When you're saying these buildings, this building is only 2 stories higher than that, so you're going to fill this in? Are you digging this? There's a significant grade going down. So are these all slanted or are these all?
Each of these houses steps down with the grade.
Yeah.
And the new grade is slightly different than the grade you see here. There'll be some areas where it's cut a little bit, some areas where it's filled in a little bit to make a gradual slope that goes all the way down
So
from
the whole thing
high,
is
from the high
gradually
point.
sloped down.
And the intent was to take some of the cut from the site and actually fill in the backyard so that what you see from the back will only be 2 stories, whereas in the front it's 3 stories because there's a garage that's kind of partially buried.
How do you get into the garage?
You'll get in the garage from the front, which is the 3-story side. But so from the second story of these units, those walk out on grade to the backyard. Does that make sense?
That grade would be higher or lower than the backyards here?
It'd be no higher than the existing berm.
Yeah.
So you'd be looking to want to minimize any disruption to the existing.
The solution at this corner, I can't quite recall because the grade is so different in the backyards from townhouse 1 to townhouse 17. I think we'd handle it a little bit different in the backyard, but we wouldn't be building up and be higher than the butter.
If we call this the fence today, the red line here is 25 feet?
Yep.
Okay. And your current buffer would be within that 25 feet?
Yes.
All this tree line?
Yes.
The next 25 feet?
And possibly beyond. I don't think I don't think we were intending a 25-foot backyard. I think it's a much smaller kind of patio.
On the back side
Yes.
of the
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so that's 25. Okay. Right now, that's probably about 35 feet from the. Okay, if we
No
look
problem.
at it today, okay, from the fence line to where the eaves are, especially where the curve is, that's maybe 35 to 40 feet. To the back fence, it's about 35 feet. So you're actually going to be cutting into that tree line as we see it today.
Some of the smaller stuff, but not some of the bigger stuff.
Right, I'm just trying to get a visual of.
Yep.
You know, is there somewhere inside where we could talk? It's freezing out there. I mean, is
Well,
there?
I think we're trying to address some of the issues on site. It's locations.
I know, but it's freezing.
Well, I know.
Okay, I mean, we can ask questions and come out and look at them later.
What I'm trying to do is get a visual here. Yep. You know, in terms of what it's going to look, what it looks like today versus what's. Certainly this line over here is not going to help. Right?
Just a quick question.
Yeah.
We're on 39, Ross. So we're about the third house in. So what I'm trying to visualize is this us right here? No, probably right here. 39.
Here's the.
I'm not sure there's a number on there, but
Yeah, we're like the third house
Yep.
in.
Yeah.
So it'd probably be right in there.
Yep.
So in other words, and this is how tall here, this building?
So
Currently, it's planned to be a 6-story building.
Okay, 6-story building. So it looks like we're, this could be a 6-story right behind our house.
Plus,
we're at 6 stories. Yeah.
Can you point it out again? This is
The
6
larger
stories right here?
footprint. Yep.
So this is a
That's
6-story?
Yes. 6. This is 5.
Yep.
So because of the the grade, looking out of our backyard now, you of course see the dome over here.
Yep.
So we're going to be looking at pretty much 3 stories of building. Is that right? 6 stories. Well, I know, but from our backyard, we're elevated. So I'm saying, looking out,
Yeah.
we got 3 stories up from there. Is that
Yeah,
right?
we can go walk down. to
Yeah,
that.
that's fine.
Yeah.
That's good.
So is there a backyard right here for these townhomes?
There is.
Small-
It's a kind of
small yard.
10,
So
10
there also
15
would
foot
be a
deep
noise
patio.
issue as well, something that close.
It would be a similar condition as if you had a typical neighborhood situation where you had another parcel on the back of that.
Except there's 17 of them as opposed to 6 or 7.
Right.
yeah, turning them around might be a good idea.
I mean,
Making the
there's-
backyards.
There's more than twice as many residences. There's 17 of these?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you have 2.5 times
Yeah.
the number of people in that same space.
Yep.
Maybe distance-wise, but
Yeah.
population-wise, you're doubling it. And
Yeah,
what
from a
would
density
otherwise be
standpoint.
there?
Yeah.
Although not all of these are single family, correct?
No.
No.
Do we want to walk to this other end?
Yeah.
Sure.
Scott, I have a quick question.
Yes.
From shovel ready to finished product, what's the time frame?
So currently we're looking at phasing the project just because we were
Gonna
looking.
phase it?
We're looking to. Well, we have the existing steward lease runs to the end of 2021, and so currently what the plans show as submitted to the planning board is essentially dividing the site east and west, which would allow us to keep Stewart operating through the end of their lease, and would then activate the site first.
What part would be the east?
The east is the east.
East is the east.
So you would develop that part right there first?
This right here.
Yes.
Okay.
North, south, west.
You say December. What year, what month of December?
For
21.
Stewart?
Yeah.
Yeah, December 31st, 2021 is when their lease would expire.
So they're gonna be in operation while you're doing
For another
phase
3
one.
years. That's our current assumption.
Okay.
Yes.
When's phase
Is your permit, the permit you're seeking only for phase 1 then?
No, it's for the entire project.
The entire project?
Yeah. Phase 1 will start in but we anticipate roughly a 10-month design process to finish the documents. And then there's the demolition portion of the hospital, which may or may not overlap with that design process.
I got a quick question.
Yep.
What are you going to do then as far as that temporary AC unit? So you're going to have construction out here, you're going to have that goddamn thing humming again all summer long like we've been putting up with. I mean, what are you going to do? Are we going to have the construction and then have that at night? Are you guys going to stick that somewhere where we don't have to listen to it?
Part of, if we're successful with permitting this project, which would then allow us to demolish this part of the building and demolish the physical plant there, we'd be looking to relocate the air-cooled chiller closer to the building, away from the property line.
I got to tell you, that's a buzzkill. You know what I mean? My ears ring naturally, and I can hear that. I live like 4 houses away with this. You know what I mean? Anybody else? Nuts. So that'd be nice to see that kind of just dissipate. The construction is going to be hitting us every day.
Like approximately the second house over from So we have a 6-story kind of C-shaped building out where we're standing, where the north face of this building are 2-story what we're calling carriage house units, so kind of a lower unit that enters off of the street, and then we're using this area where the property juts out for a ramp down into the parking garage for this building, which is both an entrance and exit ramp.
And how close is that? That's 25 feet?
So 72 feet to the corner of the building from this fence.
No, the ramp itself.
And
25 feet from the edge, and there's a rectangle that starts at
so one of the things you can see is that the backyard in kind of berm condition at this end of the site is actually much higher than the opposite corner we went down, which is why it was a little hard for me to describe exactly how much fill is.
So are you familiar with the building that was here previously?
I've seen some images of the old nursing building. It is. down from our current grade. Because this whole road is coming up a little bit.
Okay, so where is it? Can you point out where that corner is?
The corner of the building is roughly the corner of the house, right?
Yeah.
The
corner of that
purple
house.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't know, approximately 75 feet.
Yeah.
I guess it's somewhere over here. 25 feet from that bit.
The second lot off.
This house right here.
The purple house, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's this corner right here.
Yeah.
Okay, is basically going to be right where the water is.
You're talking about the building. Yeah, right there. Approximately right here.
Or approximately.
Are those numbers right there setbacks?
Yes.
Okay. And that's the same one I took pictures of last week? So I already got that one, okay.
This corner right here, I think it's going to go from there to all the way down to the essentially the curb of that parking lot. Like right where that little tree is. Right, that corner, this corner, which is 25 feet from the sidewalk, right? Okay, which the brown fence is 21 feet from the sidewalk. The curb or the parking lot is 25. So basically where that little tree is, where the tree is in the corner, go 25 feet to our right, and then all the way back to here.
And how tall is that front building?
It's a 6-story building.
That's 6 stories.
But like in height, in feet.
Less than 70 feet.
Like just half of the height would be 35. So at minimum 10 feet in, you know what I'm saying? But I would like them 50 feet in. But at minimum, you got to be you should to be a good neighbor. You should go within the zoning, which is half of the height. So if you want to make the building shorter, then you could go 25. So if you want to make it go only 50 feet, then we could support 25.
Yes.
You know?
Conversation is hearing that feedback and understanding what is currently shown.
We do peel back. This front corner is 1 story lower, so it's hard to see on this grade plan.
Yeah.
But all of that in brown is set down one story lower at 5 stories.
5.
Yes, there's a parking underneath all the large buildings, and they're connected.
This grade is a little bit higher than it is back there, and so there's less digging on this particular building parcel than on other parcels. So it's like more like a half level right now.
Yeah, so because we're using the existing hospital basement, which stretches, we're bringing up this east-west drive in grade a little bit. The amount of excavation to get to that basement level from this point site, you can see is a little bit lower over there. It's only a half story that has to be excavated to connect with the hospital basement rather than a full story.
How long you put phase 1? How long that's going to take?
It's roughly
Yes, 10 months start time.
yeah, there's a bunch of
having a designated water truck up there and stuff, because you're gonna start digging up there, man. Everybody's house is gonna get trashed. You know what I mean? It has to be. You got this is good neighbor stuff. You're gonna have to do it like on a daily basis. See the winds up there. Once you start digging, it's all blowing all over the place. But those after that, all these people from Roslyn, it's gonna be lots of dust. So, you know what I mean? So every day, daily basis. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's so close. You know what I mean? Something you need to bring to the table when you're talking to them, then, you know what I mean? Because those guys are going to drag their feet. What do you mean? I got to pay a guy to drive around the water truck all day? You know what I mean? So don't sit there, you know, I don't want to, just because you guys didn't budget enough money or he doesn't feel like paying a guy to drive a water truck. Yep. That's unacceptable. You know what I mean?
No, we understand it. We'll obviously work with the city on meeting their high standards and making what they're doing.
The residents have standards too. And nobody wants to go out the windows and see an excavator and dirt all over it. Seems the way
Concern on this site because they're, from my understanding, each time was within their building, it did not go very well, and there were some serious dust issues. And so we've already had conversations with the neighborhood planning staff about just things like that, road control, dust suppression, things of that nature.
Let's see that stay in the forefront.
Yeah, definitely.
On-site parking.
Yeah, we're probably gonna be looking to limit parking for construction workers to just form in and have carpools off the location.
Any idea of the number of employees doing construction?
Not at this time. It just really depends on how the projects get sequenced. Well, yeah, it works differently, but it depends on how you staff and work with the building.
Are you planning to go to planning in December? Are you planning to take this to planning in December?
So the you can't cancel it unless somebody did. They have to open the door. Our current intention is to provide an update at that meeting on the 5th. We're not going to have necessarily answers to what the next version of this looks like, but we hope to at least address some issues and potentially hear some concerns from the planning board staff. So that's a great question for Rick. Tetra Check is not here. We've done and so we're going to be tying into we haven't received any comments from the peer review. Trying to still listen to some concerns and then try to absorb them as much as possible into what the revised development plan will look like. Locating higher buildings. Not looking at not certain if we'll have an update to show them at that point.
Do you know when that will be available?
Not before.
So I'm right here, and I moved to this neighborhood because I was next door to an apartment building, and now I moved in my backyard. And I'm just trying to visualize like, what this will be for me from my perspective at some point during our life.
So that is a six-story building, but that building in particular is set into the hillside differently because the grade changes.
And I don't see any new like plantings or anything in that area that would like block more of the building. So it's just
I think our intention would be the 6 stories is from the lower story and a half of this are parking set into the hills, and then the kind of gray and green that you're seeing here is where we step down to 5 stories with a roof deck.
So the roof deck will be looking into my yard right here?
Well, it's not looking into this green is a deep planter that keeps people from going to the edge and looking straight to it. Privacy, but also our residents more privacy on that
So that's going to significantly impact the schools. I mean, you're going to get students. Clearly.
So we've had conversations with the school superintendent to
We could
discuss
set up
any
Tent
type of
City up
impacts to
there and
Bonazani and the
Greenfield for us.
well set.
yeah, we've had some areas with school impacts and understanding in terms of what the existing capacity is and what the
So is this rental or owner?
everything's rental.
Are there any ownership properties? Everything's rental.
Correct. Currently, there's no ownership has been contemplated.
Could it be like High Point where maybe one building might become a condo?
That's going to get a lot of reasons why we think it's not in the best interest of the neighborhood. But again, I'm not really the right person to discuss that.
As a neighbor, I prefer condos over apartments.
Yeah, you go dog in a fight, man. You actually care about what you got. Most renters don't give a flying crap about, you know what I mean? I'd love to see that entrance to Euclid Ave a lot narrower than what it's showing there. It looks like that's a road.
So currently, we're not.
I know currently you're going to have bollards and all this stuff, and you're not going to be able to, but, you know, honest to God, man, it's just like, if we ever pick up traffic there. I bring that up. I had my 10-year-old get hit by a car, and I like to point that out because people and there's nothing to stop these people from already zipping up Roslyn, cutting down Euclid so they can get over to Newport Ave. That's the traffic plan, and the traffic guy said, you know, the traffic is going to really peak out. That's not human nature. People are going to cut through. So I don't ever really want to see, as long as I'm living on Euclid Ave, that wide where it's potential. It's already bad enough as it is, you know.
Yeah, no, I remember that came up at the city council last December.
Yeah, that's because it's a burning issue that we have with it, you know.
it's really for
Pulling up.
fire and police department access to that side of the site. You know, late night ambulance, or God forbid a fire and a fire truck being able to access that corner of the site.
Which is how it's been since the hospital closed the gates years ago. So.
Yes, we're not intending to open that up for particular traffic.
The exact mechanics of the bollards remain to be seen. There's different types. There's the kind of lock and key type. There's some where
Like 10 feet down and 8 feet up in the air and concrete in every one of them. You're gonna pull them out. I want to see you guys spend some money pulling them out. But
there's other types where the fire department can basically kind of press a button. But it's only for public safety.
What you just said though about a fire truck, why would a fire truck, if they're coming to fight a fire up here, even go into the hospital hill? They wouldn't be over there unless they were fighting a fire in one of these big houses over there. So, I mean,
unnecessary contingency.
right. In the future, it probably will be open. No, it probably will. I mean, to say that it might not be open in the future isn't being honest. It might be open in the future. It might not be open in the future, but it might be open in the future. Is the truth.
We go into the front. Yeah, I'm just curious about that. You guys reposition in the entrance too. Yeah. So this isn't going to be the actual entrance. It's going to be open.
Section add-ons. The first add-on was that. Then I did this. Then they did that. Then they did this. These were done like in sections of it.
What's the fascination with that anyway?
Well, so that's some part of the conversation with the guys that initially that we're kind of hearing now that
I mean, the whole, if you're going to build it all around this, that doesn't even tie into anything that you're doing out there. But, you know,
If it's an impediment for you guys, and then you can play the whether or not it's worth keeping.
if it changes
I
everything.
take issue with that, having lived here. My family lived up here 100 years. That building is historical, and I would, I mean, I do think you should preserve it. That's today's thinking.
They're not preserving it as a museum, though. They're going to use it as like maybe like business things.
Yeah, you might be able to keep the facade. If it's going to mean that all these buildings have to be built it might not be.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, my family's 5 generations in Quincy too.
You what?
My family's 5 generations in
Yeah.
Quincy too. I mean, I was born here, so was my parents, right? So.
Yeah, me too.
Well,
And my
if you
mother.
had bigger setbacks, you might be forced to take that out to build there.
well, I mean, it definitely is a constraint in its current location. We've tried to work around it. I think what it does is it just creates other issues through the things like driving, building location.
Now somebody said that there were problems with it because of abatement. Is that true?
Sure, that's part of
God, I mean, if you guys were to take it down, or is there any abatement
Even
issues?
still, they gotta abate if they take it down.
Yeah, the entire hospital has to be properly abated prior to demolition, but there's no...
The entire hospital?
Yeah.
So you've got like what, asbestos or something around, or what?
Yeah, there's generations of different materials there.
All right, so there's nothing special, no difficulty, special difficulty.
So what day is the next meeting?
Can we get some folks from Rosalind?
The 5th. So that's the one at City Hall.
Yeah.
That's the one you're saying you advertised?
Correct.
So you advertised a new public hearing, but you're not going...
The city advertised that.
You haven't taken it to planning, though.
Yeah, that'd be 3
The
bedrooms.
actual planning
It
board.
would be a similar format. At this point, it would be a similar format as the first meeting.
A special planning, but will the planning board maybe speak this time?
To be determined, but potentially.
Okay, so it technically is a planning meeting, just...
Correct.
Okay.
Any idea what the wind impact would be? Good. Speaking of good, this is 6-story building along here at the top of the hill. What's going to even get more shears? What happened with the window here?
There's no window.
Can't get any worse than it is right now. I guess that's the question. I think the answer is yes, it will.
I think part of that can get addressed by relocating or revising it.
Mitigate like pedestrian traffic. Any thoughts on that?
In what sense?
Cut through Euclid Ave.
Well, Euclid is obviously going to be an attractive place for folks.
Yeah.
Well, and then of course, probably Dimick or that whole area. I know it's not really but I mean it's scale, the number of units, and the weights, planning it out. But have there been any thoughts about what might be to mitigate pedestrian traffic?
Sidewalk improvements or just or trying to reduce flow?
Well, for instance, when we bought this house about 15 years ago, and the reason my wife and I bought it is to raise our family there, and we loved it because it was a dead-end street, right? Yep. And it had a lot of interesting privacy aspects to it, including, it had a green space next to it and whatnot, so we really appreciated that. If there's, say, 1,200 people here, and we estimate 1/3 are going to commute via public transit, then that means, 400 people during a 2-hour period in the morning and the evening walking either by my house this way or by my house that way. And so I'm like, so all of a sudden, whatever privacy there was, when the hospital was in full swing, when we moved in, we didn't have, this gate was always closed, but the door was open. They didn't have a lock on it like they have now. But people would come down and walk in, but it wasn't that many. And
there's a lot of the cars, the parking lot was always full of people driving in. It wasn't convenient. This is going to be the reversal, I think, because you get people leaving their homes.
Right, it's a different thing.
And the selling point of this is location to the public transportation. That's a big thing. So that is a concern for us. Foot traffic is definitely going to go up exponentially.
right? Which is, and that's not going to be the way it is. It's going to be mobs, probably.
Are there plans to run a shuttle from there to the center, or?
That's something so obviously there's a current bus stop here, and then that's one of the things we're considering is a shuttle that would.
So are you going to run that through the neighborhoods, or are you going to, because
no,
that's been
No.
because we lived with that with the hospital for a number of years, so.
Back up a little bit. Are you really counting on the MTA to be safe for your budget?
No. I would say that's one outlet. If it worked for people, that would be an outlet for them. But there are, as you know, Avalon has a shuttle. There's ways to solve that internally that are a lot more reliable than relying on the government services.
Are you going to allow pedestrian access to enter and exit through Glendale Park?
Currently, we haven't contemplated any type of direct improvements to connectivity between the parks.
I thought Chet had said that there were going to be paths and stuff in here. Like there might be like. I thought that we're actually going to put paths and stuff in there.
So there's kind of these existing footpaths there that are wildly overgrown and
The go
inundated,
paths?
Inundated by.
Most of those
poison
are actually
ivy.
river paths.
Yeah.
Well, they've kind of
water
one
paths.
behind the other and vice versa. But no, we haven't contemplated any type of walkways through here, mainly because the grade is so severe.
Would you actively work to make that more difficult? If people start making paths, if all of a sudden there's an easy path like that for people to walk, would you do landscaping so that would not be
Well, currently,
attractive pedestrian access?
currently we have this kind of low guardrail planned along the perimeter here, so that would naturally prohibit pedestrians. And then obviously the building over here. So I think just kind of through some smart design, we already are kind of visually indicating to people not to go that direction.
It's a challenge to provide an accessible path given those grades.
The thing would be to negate anybody's,
And so I think we'd want to listen from you guys, the neighbors, about whether you'd want those paths or not, and then we can look at the feasibility of those. But I think we don't have a strong preference, and so we'd want to take cues from the neighborhood about what they want.
I'd like a monorail right to Quincy Center.
There's also a
If it could be
natural path
denser.
that's already.
Right, there's that stub
Block
from the
the view.
road.
Yeah. So the kids from the neighborhood don't live.
Yeah, they're pretty bad back there.
The Glendale Task Force,
Yeah.
that whole, are those plans still on the table and all that good?
Yeah, so I think there's 3 meetings over the winter, and we heard a lot of different things at those meetings. There are definitely different opinions, not so different from the administration building in terms of what the use should be, in terms of keep it as it is, keep it nice and lush in here so that there's privacy and screening. There's talks about a dog run or a playground. People feel very strongly about that on both sides. And so our current contemplation is kind of just modest improvements to the turf down there, just to make it a kind of area where kids can gather for informal football. I know the Montessori school kind of treks down into that area.
So what kind of improvements are those?
Just improving the lawn area there.
Okay, so the lawn area is really here.
Yeah, in this zone right here.
And it was also entailed the cleaning up of underbrush and the continued cleaning up of underbrush.
Are the apartments going to be pet friendly?
Potentially, we might limit 1 or 2 buildings to prohibit that, but currently we're contemplating.
Like Avalon has no pets. No, not Avalon, but Elevation. Mm-hmm. They don't have pets, but West Chestnut has pets. So it's either 1 or the other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but
we can do it by building, but
600 dogs would be a lot of dogs for the neighborhood to add.
Yeah, using the census data, I don't think that's what the metric is.
Well, the guys next door that moved to us just got their second dog.
What happens
something.
in the apartments is somebody moves in, and eventually, within about 6 months, from everything I've done, is 6 months to a year, you get a second person come in, and they don't actually consider themselves living there, like a 1-bedroom. You always end up with 2, and they don't necessarily include themselves in the census, right? The person that rents the place and is actually at least considered. So census data is not that accurate. It's not the holy grail of the way city is being used.
No, I know.
I know it's the best. It's data you have,
Right.
so you
It's
can't
data we
ignore it,
have.
right? It is solid data. It's great data. I just want to put in mind it's not.
No, I totally agree with you, and I was just simply saying that I don't think there's a 1-to-1 ratio of units to dogs.
Oh yeah, sure. It's not a 1-to-1 ratio. I don't think anyone was trying to say that. I was just saying lots of dogs.
Let's stay there.
And I think also the multi-family buildings tend to have different type of they tend to not have fewer dogs on a per unit basis than let's say like a lower density type of.
Oh sure. Well, that's because neighbors.
Yeah.
With, you have to, barking in one unit can be heard in the other.
Exactly. All right. Anything else or anywhere else on the site we should walk to?
I guess my question is, when will you come back to the drawing board with something different? If you are proposing further setbacks and lower building heights, when would that be available?
I think we'll be in touch with HH&A in terms of when we're able to kind of show something that's vetted. There's a lot of work that goes into
Right.
making sure that things get properly cited and making sure the utilities work, grading works. So it's not as simple. It'll take some time.
I think we should draw our own pictures of what we think it should look like, and we can show them at the public hearing. Because I'm going to redesign my own one myself. Because
Hey, one thing I didn't get out of the past couple of sentences. Last week we really talked about stormwater runoff and drainage, but I don't really know about sewer. So now, I know the sewer line's here, and there's the sewer lines back here as well. Do you know what's going to where? From sewer lines?
Not off the top of my head. Obviously, it's going to be gravity flows, so it kind of dividing the site into two.
The only building I'm not sure of is this one.
Yeah.
These ones front?
These three go to Whitwell, and I just can't, I don't know
These
about
ones
this one.
all go down here.
Exactly.
Makes sense from the topography, from where the heights are.
and where does Whitwell go? Does Whitwell, does it go down?
I don't know which direction, but I imagine
Not
there's
Whitwell.
something.
I mean Adams Street. Once it gets to
That's
Adams.
my
I
understanding.
don't know.
My name is Bob Quinn.
Josh.
Yeah, but I'm not 20, I don't know if we talked. But so I mean that's an important one for me because we did talk last week about storm drain off, but we didn't. I'd also said that during the storm events, I get occasionally back up through my drainage system. So in some of the older systems, there are connections.
Yeah, they're not
across
supposed to be. Yeah.
Right, they're not supposed to be. But from what I'm experiencing, it would suggest there's some kind of something happening.
Yep.
And so I am curious about the sewer because we talked about the storm drainage, and it sounds like Tetra Tech's really got that well thought out from with their plan and everything. I'm going to see if I can get a hold of Rick and Glenn about margins and such, and like if the margins they're thinking about take into account the fact that like they're using a lot of really clever ways of getting the water off the surface.
Yep.
Such as this with the pavers and stuff.
Yep.
But of course, when you throw down salt,
I know,
melt,
you're right
and
on
all this
maintenance.
stuff, eventually, over time, pavers. I've had pavers in my yard, and they just get plugged, right? And they stop perking like they used to perk.
Yep.
So the question is, well, what happens? 5 years, do we end up with a situation where it backs up or something like that? So that would be a question to talk about. Anyone else have any other questions or thoughts or concerns or anything?
Are we walking back to where we were before?
If you'd like to.
I just really want to see where this is on the property. I just want to be able to explain it to my husband before we go to our meeting tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're going to walk out to the back. So this is the coldest of the site visits. We're just so lucky today.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, it's a lot nicer right now than when we started.
Oh, is it gotten nicer?
Yeah, the sun on us a little bit.
Sorry, I missed the first one. I headed up the daughter on school and
The second dog meeting or park meeting, only like 2 people showed up. So I'm impressed with the people showing up.
Well, I imagine a Wednesday at 9 o'clock is a many people.
Yeah, I'll talk to.
Difficult timing.
Yeah, I've had that feedback from some people. I've talked to some neighbors.
I talked to the mayor last night, and like,
And I think Chris
this is gonna
and
happen.
these
You
fellows
know what I'm saying? So it's craziness.
try to have one on the
What was
weekend.
how was the council meeting last night?
It was interesting. It was the first time when there was actually like not a unanimous thing. There was a 5-3 vote against that park, but the park thing actually did come out of committee.
I saw this email about this meeting.
The city council used to be 9 people all happy together on the same side. And things are starting to break up a little bit, but the mayor still has a solid majority. But before, you'd have a meeting with absolute, with nothing bad said.
Wasn't they smack down Noel the Bono last night there with this? He was trying to cut the budget for Kincaid Park, and they took him to the woodshed. I love that. You know?
Yeah, Noel.
That poor park, man. Jeez. Kincaid's such a dump.
I mean, they approved $27 million park bill without mentioning what parks are going to be fixed. They approved $80 million. So
that drives me nuts. They got $150,000 job opening with no job title or anything. They got a guy.
The city kind of spending a lot right now.
Yeah, they are.
For instance, the water plant. I mean, what the hell? I mean, how much is it going to cost for the electricity to run that thing every year? They don't even run it.
And we have private people like maintaining that, not even city workers maintaining
Yeah,
that.
it's under warranty still. What happens on the warranty?
I just think that it's nice. I like the space and using the space.
Even though it's under warranty, we paid for that warranty.
I know.
Not necessarily a good place of
They want to put pumps up in Howe's Neck.
That's just my own opinion.
Pump out the water for the poor people up there.
Well, I
Waterfront
mean,
property.
I talked to Ty and Bond about that seawall thing. Did you listen to the
I
meeting
didn't
last
go to
night?
that. No, I'm kicking myself in the ass. I should've went down there.
But the boner said last night at the meeting that, and it was printed in the ledger, that it's going to cost like $16-20 million to fix the seawall. Well, Ty and Bond said it's going to cost nowhere near that, but the city's going to end up paying 16 to 20, even though it should only cost like 8 to 10, and that's pretty much the problem. We overpay for everything. We pay like double what we
We
should.
overpay and we get less quality.
More, I think.
That's Sterling Middle School. It was like one of the most expensive
Makes
schools.
sense.
Price per square
Take
foot,
the
like
next step with the
$4.50
hospital,
a square
like,
foot to
or I
build
should
a
say, a
school.
medical facility, in conjunction with this.
Nice.
They
And I
needed
think
it down there though.
Chris
That
was kinda
whole
like,
section of Quincy was
maybe this
freaking.
They had to make it bigger though, because
No, I know,
it's
they
still
dumped in
overcrowded.
But they get, it only goes to 4th grade at the Lincoln Hancock. So you got 5th graders going to a middle school. You know what I mean? And they're pulling kids from Hens Hill to go to Sterling. It's insane.
It is, it is.
I don't think it's today, but it'd be great. It's fun to go. I don't think
The good thing is the economy might collapse to the point where they might not even
Absolutely, they
build
can't
this.
do anything.
You know what I mean? And that could be like a savior, because it really is. They've overbuilt right now. No one wants Avalon. They built like on Sumner Street. You know those townhouses they built. Guys asking like.
I'm working on the ones down on the square right now, the Nova ones on Hancock Street.
Those are almost like, I think those might be
aren't
future
solid.
Quincy College dorms.
Yeah.
Because the way they're
Nobody's gonna
building
buy
them so small.
Yep. They're broom closets. Shoe in.
That's my fright. If Quincy College becomes all dorms, or Quincy College gets that. Well, I don't know. Be just people partying and drinking and be more like Cambridge.
Sorry, the silver line's 50 feet, so somewhere between 50 and 60 feet.
So where's your house? You live on Euclid?
See the brown house?
Yeah.
Right there. Next one up.
Yeah, I mean the people in Euclid are the people that get screwed the most. That's no doubt. Because that is going to open. It makes no sense to say that gate isn't going to open.
They're gonna.
It might be a little.
You can see no, we don't even want.
And actually, people are going to be moving here that don't have cars, so they got these new people that are going to be walking. You know, and I'm paranoid at anyone that walks by my house. So to think that you're going to get like 400 new people walking by your house.
Stop sneaking out of cars.
Well, that's why if the apartment ever goes ghetto, then it's going to totally ruin the neighborhood.
Yep. Exactly right there.
Yep.
Okay, so this corner in a little bit.
Yep.
Okay, this corner's in a little bit. So
Yep.
You may be right about here, right where the chain link fence is.
Yeah.
That's about 60 feet.
The part that's under, right? The part that's under, if that fence is right on the property line.
The wooden fence.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yep.
Who owns the fence? Because the neighbor says,
Well, I know I put up that fence, the hospital did, and we have to put it up again.
yeah, no, this is your house right here?
Yes.
Yeah.
The neighbors, they don't really have a fence. It's just their backyard, and that fence is there.
Yeah.
But that fence that's fallen,
Yeah.
I've replaced it twice.
Yeah. And nothing, it's because of the water that runs down through here.
Yeah, the land is very...
Watch out. Yeah, just watch out.
Because there's a rough overlay of the survey, right? And the survey is showing a kind of fence that's protruding out past the property line, which is in red.
Yeah.
So you're saying it's my land or your land?
Little column A, little column B.
Actually, if you haven't had your land surveyed, you might want to consider that, because I see that, especially some of these sheds.
Yep.
I mean, some of these sheds are right up against the fence.
Yep.
On the other side, you know. That fence is the 114 Whitwell. Those sheds are really on the
Hospital property.
Hospital property. I keep saying hospital, but
Well,
you know,
yeah.
it really is.
And
Everybody's
is this a pool behind like the Garinos?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. This is the 10 feet. Yeah.
Is it a public pool or is it for residents?
It's viewed for residents only.
Residents only.
Like what
What's the
size
noise
would that
gonna be
pool
like?
be? Do you know what the size is?
I think it's safe to say the pool's going to be moved.
Yeah, it's one of the elements being moved. I don't see a situation where it stays where it is. It's also, as drawn, just to explain how drawn, it's actually set down a little bit, and then there is a slight retaining wall with kind of planted berm to give both privacy. But we've also been told acoustically it's better when it's set down and that the noise goes up rather than out.
I'm not worried about noise or anything. When we purchased this house, we stood in the backyard, we looked around, we listened, and now it's going to be just completely different. Lighting wise too at night, like what will it be like from this? What glow will be cast out?
We can give
upon
more.
the
We can give
neighborhood?
more attention to this edge. It's not something we've.
The woman that lives here, she's elderly. I don't know what she knows about what's going on in the area.
Yeah, she does. Yeah.
Is she able to?
Yeah.
Are you coming
share her
tonight?
concerns? My husband. Well, I'm definitely coming if he can come too. It depends. We're basically letting the.
What is your name?
Bridie.
Bridie.
We can talk more about it tonight.
Where are you guys meeting tonight?
We're meeting at the
Neighborhood club.
At the neighborhood club. There's a planning meeting tonight.
Well, the meeting tonight is
It's
not
for
an open
direct
meeting.
abutters.
It's not an open meeting anyway, so you know.
No,
God
but
told me to bring lots of cute songs for her. So if there's any leftovers.
So if there's nothing else, we continue this conversation.
Yeah, you can warm up your hands.
That's well over there, but I don't know if you guys have checked anything, because that always turns up hiccups.
Yeah, we haven't found anything that was.
You were late. You were late. You were freezing.
It's right on time. You guys,
I don't know. I will see you through.
good meeting, guys.
All right, thanks.